Hey, what's up you guys? It's me. I am back. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I just haven't had any video ideas. There we go. Yes, I am filming on a selfie stick, and no, you cannot judge me. I mean, you can. But, you know. So you might be wondering why I look a bit like a reporter or like I'm about to go to a concert since I have this on. Yeah. It's actually because today I decided that I would talk about my different concert experiences. I haven't been to very many, but I've probably been to more than a lot of people. So I'm just gonna hop right into it, not gonna waste your time. So today I figured I would start with my first concert, which was 2 years ago on August 27th. I was 14 at the time. I was also really obsessed with the band. My first concert was One Direction. My mom spent $200 on tickets so that way her and I could go. We were in club seating, which was pretty cool. Oh god, my phone's about to fall out. My phone is about to fall out. There we go. Okay, got it. But yeah, no, it was a great concert. They were very good live. Shortly after the concert, however, I got out of that phase. Wasn't a fan of them anymore. Still not a fan. I mean, they're talented and all, but I'm not into that kind of music. So, but it was great. The only problem I had with the concert didn't have to do anything with the performance. It really had more to do with the people I was sitting around. I was sitting next to, obviously I was sitting next to my mom. Next to my mom was my brother's ex-girlfriend and her boyfriend, her new boyfriend at the time. I don't know if they're still dating, but yeah, because my mom actually got the tickets from her mother, my brother's ex, because they were pretty good friends. So, and she was very nice, and she got them from her company. So got the tickets at a relatively cheap price compared to what they should have been. So I wasn't arguing. But yeah, that was pretty awkward. And then sitting next to me were random girls that I didn't know. All wearing dresses that you would see on like 21-year-olds at a club. So like short black dresses, some strapless, some with spaghetti straps. They were in heels. They had their makeup done, their hair was curled. And like, I'm not one to judge. And like when I say their makeup was done, I mean like, not like mascara and eyeliner, but I mean like eyeshadow and lipstick, and they were contoured, they were highlighted, eyebrows were filled in, and I'm just like, alright, you're not gonna get backstage to sleep with them, that's not gonna happen. But it was, I don't know, I mean, yeah, I wore makeup to the concert too. I had on eyeliner and mascara, both waterproof because, well, you know, girls fangirl, they cry, concerts become a mess, you know? So, they kept, because there's obviously a lot of jumping around going on at concerts, so they were jumping around in heels and kept stepping on my foot, which hurt. Because like, had it been with like their toes, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But it was with the heel part, and like they were like thin, sharp heels, like painful. Like my foot was bleeding. I'm not even lying, my foot was actually bleeding. I didn't sit down the whole time, like at all. I mean, I sat down during the opening act because I was upset about what the opening act was. It was supposed to be 5 Seconds of Summer, but instead it was this other dude. Don't even know his name. I mean, he was pretty talented, but I didn't know any of his songs, so I was just like, I must sit down for this. And like, I felt bad, but like, I didn't know any of his music. But yeah. Let's see, what was my second concert? Second concert was a year later in July. Yeah, in July. It was July 4th. I got to see Smash Mouth. They're great live. It was during the like 4th of July fair that they had in St. Louis, or O'Fallon technically, but you know, got to see them free, so I was like, yeah, why not? Let's go. Pretty good. I didn't get that close to the stage. My brother did. I stayed in the back because, you know, too many people up front. Let's see. Third concert was also in July of 2015. It was July 21st or 27th. I think it was the 27th. I went to Warped Tour for the first time. It was great. It was 116 degrees outside though, so I almost died. Everybody was great live. I mean, there was one band that I didn't like, but that's because the lead singer was being a douchebag. So this was when I was still a fan of like Black Veil Brides, and so they were there last year. And I was like, oh my god, I have to go see them live. I wanted to get there early so I could get a pretty good spot. But there was another band performing. See, Bless the Fall performed. They were great, but that wasn't the band. I think it was like... I think it was like Lee Corey Oswald or something like that. I don't know. Very bad band. They're not that talented. I feel bad saying this, but it's true. They weren't that talented. And the lead singer was being a douchebag. Like, and I don't think he intended to, but that's just how he came off to the rest of the crowd. And so, like, after his first song, he was like, who's ready to see Black Veil Brides? And everybody started screaming. And he got upset. I'm like, dude, you asked the question. You need to be prepared for the answer, right? Like, don't ask a question if you don't want to hear the answer to it. So, he was like, God, I need to figure out a way to rate this PG because I'm not allowed to cuss on my channel. Basically what he said was like tough crap, except the bad word for crap. You know, you feel? Do you get me? Get me? Do you understand what I'm putting down? Do you get it? Get it? Yeah, got it. Good. Okay. So he's like, you have to deal with us for like 4 more songs, so you better suck it up and deal with it. And I'm like, rude? It's like he was being rude, and like throughout his performance he just kept getting more and more upset by the fact that, and like, people weren't really applauding because, I mean, they weren't that talented. They clapped louder when they left the stage than they did when after any other songs. So, which I was like, I mean, then again, I didn't really clap for any other songs either, but that's because I wasn't listening. I was on my phone. I was trying to find one of my friends who was there. So, once Black Veil Brides came on, they were great. I watched most of their set, and then I checked the time, and I was like, crap, because there was a signing for Bless the Fall, and I had gotten one of the posters, and they're like, hey, if you have one of the posters, come back to the tent. There's you're guaranteed to get a poster signed. And I was like, cool. I love Bless the Fall. I think they're great. Their music is amazing. They're very good live. So I was like, sweet. So I checked the clock and I was like, all right, Mom, we need to start going to the Bless the Fall tent. Yes, I was at Warped Tour with my mother. She likes this kind of music too. Lighting change, that was weird. So we left the Black Veil Bride set, and I went and got my poster signed, which I still have it. I need to hang it up because I just moved, so I never got the chance to hang it up in my room yet. Which, you see that flag looking thing? This is from this year's Warped Tour. It's a Sleeping with Sirens flag. You can't see that. It's a Sleeping with Sirens flag. I tried to hang it up behind me so I could have like a background. Yeah, it didn't want to cooperate and kept falling, so I was just like, you know what? I'll do this later. So yeah, got the poster signed. See, I saw a few more bands. I don't exactly remember which bands. I went to one of the YouTube classes, which was fantastic. It was the YouTube 101 class that was hosted by Brian Stars. Got a lot of information. Got to meet him, got a selfie with him. You know, stuff. My mom and I actually left shortly after that because it was so hot and the sky was about to open up. Like, it was about to pour. Like, we were lucky we left when we did, which I'm sad to say was right before the Pierce the Veil set. Pierce the Veil and Attila, the two bands I was looking forward to most at Warped Tour, were the two bands I didn't get to see because it was so hot. I was about to die. So I was like, you know what, no. Let's just go. The sky looks like it's about to pour. So my mom and I, when we were heading home, we actually stopped for dinner, and like right when we got into the restaurant, the sky opened up. It started pouring. There was thunder, lightning. It was a pretty bad thunderstorm. So, yeah. While at Warped Tour, I actually got to meet one of my favorite YouTubers, Stephen Parker. Such a sweetheart. I got a selfie with him too. I actually hung out with him a bit during the day too. And he followed me on Twitter and Instagram. It was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Third concert was that November. It was actually, out of all the concerts I've gone to, it was my favorite. It was the All Time Low Sleeping with Sirens Back to the Future Hearts tour. I got to see them, and it was with Neck Deep. Supporting that Neck Deep merch though. It was Neck Deep at 1OK Rock, Sleeping with Sirens, and then All Time Low. Actually, it was 1OK Rock, Neck Deep, Sleeping with Sirens, All Time Low. All Time Low was the last performance. It was raining that day, so like as soon as I got home from school, I was like, okay, time to get ready, need to get dressed, makeup, hair, boom, ready. I shouldn't have done my makeup, and I was wearing a Sleeping with Sirens sweatshirt over a t-shirt I had made for the concert, which sadly, because it was like one of those it was like one of the shirts with like an iron-on decal, the shirt is kind of now ruined. Not after that, but because like I went to go wash it, and now it's like stretched and like the picture is cracked and like parts of it are missing, and I worked really hard on that shirt. Really hard. But like, it was raining, it was cold because it was November in Missouri. It was super cold, it was raining. I'm surprised it wasn't snowing. Oh god. There we go. But anyway, yeah, no, so by the time we got in, I was soaked, which is not fun because I was wearing my sweatshirt, and It was a sweatshirt from Hot Topic, which those tend to be pretty thick. So to be soaked down to the bone in one of those is saying a lot as to how bad it was raining. Oh my god, I'm surprised my face wasn't blue because I had blue hair at the time, and I had like just dyed it like a week or two before, and I used Splat. So Splat tends to run even after you've showered a lot and you wash your hair. Even when the water runs clear, your hair still tends to, when it gets wet, it still tends to run. And you get out of the shower with a blue face or a red face or whatever color you dyed your hair. Your face is probably going to be that color. Don't get me wrong, I love Splat, but a lot of people complain because they're just like, it fades so quickly. I mean, the only color that I had fade out of my hair super quickly was the blue, and that's because I washed my hair with Head and Shoulders, which Head and Shoulders tends to strip blue out of hair pretty quickly, so tends to fade it. But yeah, no, One OK Rock, I had actually never heard of them till Outside and Low announced that they were going on tour with them. I didn't do any research on their music, but they were actually very good live. Neck Deep, pretty good live. Not a huge fan of the band before that, but they're great live. They have great music. Sleeping with Sirens, oh my god. Poor Kellen was super sick. Like, he was sick, but he still went on stage. He didn't complain. He kind of actually apologized for it. He was like, I'm sorry if I sound bad. It's because I'm sick right now. And I'm just like, my poor baby. And like halfway through his set, he was like, all right, we all know what you want. He was like, the girls want me to take off my shirt. And all the girls started chanting, take it off, take it off. And a few of the guys too. But most of the guys were like, keep it on. And he was like, I'm actually going to keep it on mainly because it's cold and I'm sick. So, and I was like, I mean, I was upset, but like at the same time, I'm like, I understand, bro. I understand you. I get you. I get you, fam. Dying. Alright. So, Sleeping with Sirens was great. All-Time Low, however, All-Time Low, amazing. They were fantastic. Wow. I actually held one of the band members' hands. I held Jack's hand. Best moment of my life, by the way. Like, yeah, sure, I'm 16 and in college. Woohoo! Nah, best moment of my life. Holding Jack's hand during a concert. It was fantastic. Thing is like, so his arm was over the barricade to hold mine, and he was like kind of like mouthing the words, and I'm like, BB. But like the girl next to me was like super upset by the fact that he chose me over her. So she started pulling on my arm. She was like, no, he's supposed to be holding my hand, not yours. He meant to grab my hand. You just reached your fat arm out by mistake. And I'm just like, girl, I will rip your hair out. I know those are extensions. Don't think I won't. I didn't say that because I'm a polite person and I didn't want Jack to judge me. But like, she was like, the way she was pulling on my arm is she was like pulling it down. Like, not away, but down, which was also pulling, like, I tried to let go of Jack's hand because I didn't want to hurt him, but he didn't let go of my hand. So she was, like, tugging it down, which was, like, pulling his arm down onto the barricade, which is metal, and, like, if she had kept pulling down, she would have broke Jack's arm. Like, her boyfriend and her boyfriend's friend had to pull her off of me, like pull her off of my arm to keep her from breaking Jack's. And I'm like, the heck? Like, sure, I've had some crazy concert experiences, but that one probably tops it. But no, they were great live. I was sad to leave. I'm actually surprised, but I didn't cry at the concert like I did at the One Direction concert. But I guess like I'm past that point in my life, crying at concerts. Let's see. Last concert was actually earlier in August. I went to Warped Tour again. I actually didn't stay as long this time. Got in a lot earlier though. I mean, the venue here in Washington is so much prettier than the one in Missouri. So pretty. Very nice too, and like organized better. But like, I saw the summer set, which they were great. They performed some of my favorite songs. I got to see Say We Can Fly, which I met at Warped Tour last year, and he signed my bag last year as well. Because I got him to sign my bag again this year, because I was like, hey, every time I go to Warped Tour and he goes too, I'm gonna get him to sign my bag. Which was great. It was great seeing him again. Such a sweetheart. I got some pictures with him too. Not that cute because I was a sweaty mess, because we're higher in altitude, I think, up here. I think that's the proper word. I don't know. So, and like there's not as many clouds, which during the summer there's actually not a lot of rain. It's actually pretty sunny up here, but there's a lot of clouds. Well, there's not a lot of clouds. There's a lot, and like the sun is really harsh. So I was dying. Like, unlike last year where I was wearing a tank top, I was wearing a tank top and a crop top that I had made, and the crop top was black because all I wear is black. Well, that's a creepy face. But I was dying. I was sweating. I actually didn't see that many bands. I actually think those were the main two I saw. I think those were the only two I saw. Wow. You know, I guess I only saw two bands. I mean, I heard a lot of other bands because I was walking around looking at everything. Main reason I didn't really get to see any other bands is because we spent most of the time looking for the TEI tent, which is the entertainment industry tent. They sponsor Warped Tour. Actually, I think they're the ones who host it along with the bands. But because I signed up for another one of the classes this year, I signed up for the one hosted by Kellen and Nick from Sleeping with Sirens. It's great. I got a picture taken with them. Like, it was a huge group picture. I wish I could have gotten my vinyl signed, because I took my Sleeping with Sirens vinyl with me, but Sleeping with Sirens wasn't doing a signing, so I kind of just dealt with it. But yeah, no, so that was a great class. I got to ask a question, which is basically going to be as close as I get to any more interaction with them, unless I somehow get VIP passes for their next concert, which hopefully I am going to. It's December 1st here. Hopefully I can go. I wanted to go to the Pierce the Veil concert last night, but didn't have money for tickets. When will I get to see them live? Like, that's the one thing I want in life, is to be able to see Pierce the Veil. Like, I didn't get to see them this year when they were on tour. I didn't get to see them at Warped Tour last year. You know, so hopefully my next concert will be Sleeping with Sirens again, with Water Parks, State Champs, and somebody else. God, can't remember who else it was. Yeah, no, those were my concert experiences. who knows, maybe in a year or so I'll do an updated version, like concerts I've gone to after this video was made. So yeah, yeah, concerts are great. You know what, honestly, here's my whole spiel on concerts. They're great, I love them. Go to concerts instead of doing drugs. I know you're probably sitting there thinking, but drugs have such a much better feel. No, they don't. I wouldn't know, I don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. But I can tell you now, the high you get at a concert, the feeling of the drum in your heart and in your soul, especially if you're standing by the speakers, like, wow, it's so much better than probably any drug you could ever do. Like, it's amazing. And it's the concerts I go to are actually probably cheaper than any drugs. What is with this light change? Stop. Go away, son. Nobody likes you. But yeah, no. That's about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want. I'm not gonna force it. But to those who have watched my videos, thank you. There's not that very many of you, but still, thank you. It means a lot to me. And yeah, so I will see you guys later. Bye!